A rally at Boston City Hall Plaza today called out the Trump administration for an alleged crackdown on working people in Massachusetts. The protest comes after the president has taken more aggressive measures and made controversial statements against certain immigrants this week. NBC 10's immigration reporter Oscar Margain is on it from Boston tonight. Oscar, there's been a lot to follow here and in other places. Bring us up to speed.
Hey, Glenn, yeah, and today we saw about 100 people gather here at Boston City Hall Plaza to try to protest the administration's policies, some of them calling them a delegalization campaign by the federal government.
Dozens of people, from union workers to advocates, braved the cold to protest the federal government's crackdown on immigration and what some have called a campaign to strip legal status from immigrants of certain countries.
We need to not normalize what this president is doing.
This week, the White House announced a pause on immigration applications from 19 countries on a travel ban, including Afghanistan and Cuba, Venezuela, Haiti, and Somalia.
They contribute nothing.
About 1.4 million people with green cards and those applying for citizenship are impacted. The president saying this about Somalians this week.
When they come from hell and they complain and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country.
Doris Landaverde is from El Salvador, one of several countries set to lose temporary protective status come next year.
I'm not afraid to coming out to speak, to share my story, because I believe it's very important to change the bad narrative of the immigrant community.
Meanwhile, more immigration judges have been fired, 100 this year, to make way for what the administration called deportation judges, at a time when nearly 4 million immigration cases are backlogged.
I am a lawyer. I have never seen this level of degradation of our institutions, of what we understand as due process and basic civil rights and civil liberties.
Recent ICE operations in the Bay State have targeted car wash workers in Boston and the deportation of a Babson student to Honduras, all fueling Thursday's rally.
I'm, just horribly concerned about what's happening to our neighbors.
Martha Kacher fears what could end up happening to citizens if the trend continues.
I want to be here to show that I care.
Now, just announced today, also the agency known as U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services announcing a new policy impacting refugees and those seeking and being granted asylum in the country, reducing the work permits afforded to these immigrants, reducing the length of that permit from 5 years to now just 18 months. The agency says it's going to help immigrants or vet immigrants more often, rather, and curb fraud and try to detect people that have bad intentions. Reporting live in Boston, Oscar Margain, NBC 10 Boston.